This is the Wild Islands podcast. I'm Pierre. I'm a conservationist and filmmaker.
I'm Liz. I'm a feral oceanographer at large, and I guess also a conservationist.
You are a massive conservationist. Massive geek conservationist.
I am such a geek because everything is interesting. How can you not geek out about it?
We love wildlife.
We do.
And yes, so we're here out in the rain.
At the Guernsey Shinglebank Nature Reserve. So in the distance you can see hundreds, if not thousands, of birds pausing in their migration.
Well, they can't see it. We're going to have to put some footage
we'll have
of it
to
on.
put some footage up. But they are having a break and a rest before carrying on their journey somewhere warm and south.
Yeah, I mean, we thought being outside in the elements was probably a good way to relaunch the podcast.
Yeah.
And the rain's kind of fitting as well, because it is literally a very, very wild, wet, windy island at the minute. We've had storm after storm battering us, and yeah, we're out here in it.
And actually, it's a really good point, because when we talk about islands and wild islands, we think of something lovely and tropical, but actually, this is what a wild island is like.
Carnage.
Yeah, absolute carnage. But it's not dull.
No, it's not dull at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about whales and what we're doing next, and that is this first episode.
And what we did this year.
What did we do this year?
Lots of things. Lots of things. But you'll have to listen to the podcast to find out. Ta-da!
Where are we? We're outside.
We
it's
are
cold.
outside.
It's
It is wonderful outside. We are down at Guernsey's Shinglebank Nature Reserve, which you can probably hear from the thunder in the background.
Yeah, our mics are suffering because of it.
They are suffering, but you know, it's part of the fun.
Yeah, we thought outside would be a good place to start, given it's the Wild Islands podcast. Yeah, so whilst we're here,
Look at this!
this is all the birds.
The reason the Shinglebank is a nature reserve is because it is a hotspot for birds stopping off on their migration. So they pause here to rest and feed up before they head on their migration south. I don't even know how many different species we've got here. I can see
We've got a lot.
great black-backed gulls, what look like lesser black-backed gulls. There's some kind of weird duck thing, but it's probably not a duck. I'm crap with birds. I apologise to any ornithologists and birders watching this.
People are going to be very upset with our commentary, but
God,
this is hilarious. And
how amazing is this?
This is all what Wild Islands is about, you know?
Yeah.
Wildlife is fun.
It's
and
amazing.
islands are amazing, and we should protect them.
We should.
Like, yeah.
And I'm 100% going to go and get my binoculars out of the car to try and work out what some of these species are. Because the weather's got a little bit more rough, but when we first came down here, there must have been over 1,000 birds sitting on the water and on the shingle bank. So this is why it's protected. You're supposed to, well, ideally you don't walk your dogs here, but if you do, you should have them on a lead, because they need to feed up and get their energy, put on some weight before they head further south. Because we want the nice sandy beaches to lie on and sunbathe, or in my case, burn. But the birds, they want their shingle bank.
And so talk to us more about the type of species that can be seen around it, because it's not just birds, is it?
It's not just birds. Well, we had, after Storm Kieran, we had a loggerhead turtle wash up and actually still be alive. We also get cetaceans, so we get dolphins here. We have, I don't even know how many crabs and different invertebrates are living in the shingle, but if you dig under the ground, it is a whole hidden world. Not to mention all the different types of seaweeds. We've got the Lihu Ramsar site just over there, and we have more than 200 different species of seaweed in this area. And considering that in the UK there's about 650, and we've got over 200 here, some of which are not found anywhere else in the Channel Islands, it might look a bit grotty, but it's teeming with life. And that's what we've got to remember. It doesn't have to be pretty to be valuable.
Yes.
Sorry, I went
Preach it.
Preach it! Further around there.
So, we're here on a shinglebank beach, and you're on your phone.
I am on my phone, because I didn't...
Yeah, so we've not done the podcast for quite a while, have we? So this is kind of like our relaunch, because we've had a very busy / productive year filming, and the podcast has suffered somewhat because of it.
It has, because we've had the premiere of Wild Islands the Blue.
Ah.
Woo! and we sold out. We sold out the premiere. We sold out the other performances.
That was really good.
Yep, it was really good. We put the film on for free at the Tourist Information Office and the Record Centre during the 2023 Island Games.
That was also good.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
We had nearly 400 people see the film in that week, which is amazing.
And yeah, now the film's available online, which is great. We're hopefully going to do some more showings next year.
Yep, head over to our website, wildislands.org, and watch the film.
Yep, and we've been working on some other films.
We have. In fact, we have finished shooting.
We have.
And are in post-production for the next film.
Yeah.
Do you want to
I
tell
don't know
us?
if you could call it post-production, given it's a documentary. I don't know.
I don't know. You're the film expert.
Editing. It's being edited, and because it's all shot underwater, there's a lot of. I don't know. The water quality was not great, and so there's a lot of color grading going on to make it look amazing.
I find it really funny that we say that the quality is not great, because actually
Not the quality, the water quality.
the water quality is not great, because actually it was rubbish for filming, but from an environmental point of view, the water quality was amazing because it had so much plankton in it.
Was
but that means it's looks like little spits of snow in the water. So for filming, it was pants.
Should we briefly tell people what we were doing
I
then?
think we kind
Liz
of
has
should.
been very excited about this, and she's been wanting to shout from rooftops about it for quite some time.
For quite some time, since June.
Yeah, months and months and months.
Do you want to tell the listeners where we went?
So we went to the Azores. Yeah.
Okay, what Pierre is failing to communicate
I was
here,
going to say that you jumped in. Go on, go for it.
what Pierre is failing to say is that the Azores are a hotspot for cetaceans. They're these incredible islands in the Atlantic, and there are so many different species. You get 6 out of the 7 turtle species there. There were so many Portuguese man of war. We saw a loggerhead turtle eating a Portuguese man of war. But we didn't go there for the turtles.
No, we didn't. We went there for the whales.
We did. We went for the whales.
Yeah.
What whales in particular?
Well, we were actually, I mean, this is probably selfish on the sperm whales, but we were hoping to see humpback whales, and we did see a few. But we went because it is a massive spot for sperm whales. They're all over the place. It's 3,000 meters deep there, so it's like perfect conditions for them because they dive deep. We collaborated with Futurismo, which is an amazing
ethical whale watching company, and they also do so we applied for and were successful getting a license to film the whales in their natural habitat. You cannot swim or interact with them unless you have government approval
for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons, to protect
the whales.
It was amazing partnering with Futurismo, because every single thing we did, the whales were the most important thing. When the skipper went, we stopped. We followed all of the rules, and well, all of you got to go in the water with the whales. I didn't, and I'm still a little bit bitter about this.
But that's a perfect example of just how strict it is, isn't it? So the only people that could go in the water were specifically to be filming whales.
Exactly.
And I mean, I quite like that, because there are other places where, you know, people can just pay to go get in the water with these animals, and it's not really ethical, is it?
It's not.
You're kind of interrupting or interfering in their day-to-day lives, which isn't really good.
No, it's not. And I mean, we still got to be so close and see them in their natural environment. And I had no idea how affectionate sperm whales are.
Yeah.
They hug each other by rubbing their sides of their body against each other, so swimming in close formation. And it really looks like they're hugging. And they have such incredible personality. Some of them are really shy and will vanish. Some of them like to show off. And watching them interact with the other species. What was the funniest thing was was it the spotted or the striped dolphins? I feel it was the spotted ones. That they like to go and tickle the sperm whales when they're sleeping.
When they're sleeping, they like to interrupt and just irritate them, trying to wake them up. But I mean, the sperm whales are so big, they sort of won't wake up. So, well, I mean, they might do. I don't know. It was amazing to watch these dolphins sort of just going in between them bumping into them. And yeah, so we're going to talk more about the filming of sperm whales soon, obviously, and we're going to have other episodes about some more interesting wildlife stuff, I guess.
Yeah, we've got.
What are we going to talk about?
Oh, I think we're going to talk about lots of things. I think
Yeah.
we're going to talk about more about sperm whales, obviously, marine protected areas,
Yes.
some conservation optimism, because the world is so miserable.
Yes.
Although the rain, I love the
Well,
rain.
the rain is great, yeah.
I love the rain. And yeah, we'll definitely be talking about those stories. So you can already see some of the stories that we're collaborating on if you head over to our website, wildislands.org, and check out the amazing people working in conservation.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of quite important to what we've been doing, is we wanted to sort of join the dots, not just with our islands, but other wild islands and other conservationists doing, amazing work to monitor, preserve, and just draw attention to wildlife and islands.
Yeah, and we're not going to run out of stuff to do because there's more than 100,000 islands on the planet.
We're going to be old and grey by the time we finish.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm already old and grey. I just dye my hair.
Brilliant then.
Yeah.
That's
Join us
it.
next time for some more weird, wonderful wildlife-related stuff.
Also, a quick shout out to the Dominican, who have just introduced a marine protected area for sperm whales.
Woohoo!
I just
300.
thought I'd get that in there.
Yeah, 300 square miles. That's 800
Yeah.
square kilometres. I think we should talk about that more in detail.
Definitely, but that is some serious conservation
It is.
optimism.
It's really cool.